Hello, hello. My name is Matthew, and I'm going to show you how we're funneling in leads and qualifying sellers or buyers, whoever really falling into this. This is an off-market campaign, so we're putting in, expired listings, tired landlords, failed listings, you name it, notice of default, etc. So basically, we upload our data, we funnel it in, and basically here at the first level, we are separating our, this the avatars of the seller, right? So we're determining here. Let me zoom in so we can see a little bit better. So we're saying, hey, this is expired listing. This is a pre-foreclosure, tired landlord, notice default, right? So basically, whoever they are, they'll get tagged. So that way we can separate them out later, find them in our contacts database much easier. We assign the AI agent. Then we go here and we scrub for litigators. We don't want litigators, so we kick those guys out. Then we determine if there's a phone or not. And if there's no phone, we immediately just go right to the email sequences and start sending out emails. If it is a mobile phone, then we go to the text or the text side. If it's a landline, comes right down here, and we have a ringless voicemail that is triggered. And with that, it's just a generic voicemail, and that works really well in getting callbacks and sometimes text backs. We scrub for T-Mobile numbers because T-Mobile really looks at A2P numbers, like texting numbers. They're just a pain. So we drip them out slower so that we increase the chances of those texts getting delivered. I've had a lot of experience where I could just text like, "Hey, how's it going?" From an A2P number to T-Mobile, and it still gets flagged and blocked. So we really make sure that the text messages get delivered, because why try to send text messages if they're just going to get failed, right? If they get blocked, failed, whatever. Here, we distribute the text between 5 different phone numbers. All right, we really want to spread them out so that each phone number is sending, less than 100 texts per day, spread out through time and all that, because, again, we want the text messages to be delivered. Once the text is sent, like this is the first immediate text. It says, "Hey, first name, saw your property, such and such address. I work for homeowners that may have some options if you want to sell. Would you be open for a quick chat?" Okay, simple first text out. If they reply, we get them out of the workflow. The AI agent is then handling the conversation and lead qualifying, basically determining whether or not that person wants to sell. If they want to sell, it will send that lead to the investor, real estate agent, whoever. And then if they don't reply to that text, we will send another text. Here, this is set up for 7 days. 7 days, we'll send another text. It goes something like this. "Hey, first name, I reached out last week about your property at your address. I don't want to be a bother. Let me know if this is the wrong contact. If you want to sell, would you be open for a quick chat?" Okay. Boom. Second text out. And then from there, if we don't hear from them, it's going right back, going into the email sequences. Now, if, like, let's say the conversation's going and it's, oh, I, not interested in selling right now, whatever, right? They just, not now. It's not a good time for them. Then we trigger the nurture campaign. Okay. So this campaign is set to be delivered in 90 days, I believe. Yep. So this waits for 90 days. You can wait longer, whatever. But yeah, basically it kind of goes through a very similar kind of flow. So if once they're in the nurture, and especially too, if we don't reach them, we're going to throw them in the nurture, because that's a contact that could be, ignoring us because they don't want to sell at all. And then 90 days later, they're like, "Oh, okay, now a lot can change in 90 days." Okay. And in my experience, 80% of the deals happen in the follow-ups. All right. So it's really important, for the follow-ups to be triggering off, and because that's eventually that's where most of your deals will likely be coming from. Again, we're determining whether or not it's a mobile phone. If it's not, we're sending out another voicemail. This one is a different voice. It's basically I use AI to generate them, and we'll it's going to be like hey, so and so, I reached out several months ago, or we reached out, because it'll be a different voice, maybe a different number. We reached out several months ago. I just wanted to reach out, don't want to be bothered, but I wanted to see if anything's changed, right? Now we go down to the mobile, and we again go through all the different texts, but they're a little bit different, right? Hey, I saw your property at such and such. I work with homeowners that may have options you may want to sell. This should be a bit different, being a nurture, right? So let's do something like, hey, first name, I saw your property at this address, or maybe I think it should be like, um, we reached out several months ago about your property at this address. I don't want to be a bother. Or no, I think I'll just leave that. That's fine. And then basically down here, it goes, hey, I reached out last month. So it waits a month. So we send that first text 90 days, and then we wait a month and send another one. You can change that and whatnot. This is just what I've done. It's just kind of like what's worked, because I don't want to annoy them, right? I don't want to piss them off and annoy them and opt out super fast, because the ones that opt out, they could potentially be a deal if you're able to keep them from opting out and reaching out to them just a little bit later. And then yeah, so that's how these workflows are working. So basically, it's text once, text twice if they got mobile phones. If they don't, we're sending the ringless voicemail, and we're sending emails. And with the email campaigns, I sometimes do some fun things where if they open the email, I'll send a text, just to because I know that they saw the subject line, so they're obviously somewhat interested. So let's get them on a more conversational friendly channel, like texting. But yeah, that's basically how our off market workflow, starting workflow, and nurture workflows work. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions.